Welcome to today's episode, where we unravel the mysteries of one of ancient Egypt's most intriguing legacies, mummies. These preserved bodies have fascinated people for centuries, inspiring countless stories, movies, and archaeological adventures. But mummies are much more than relics of the past. They hold the secrets of ancient Egyptian beliefs, practices, and advancements. Let's dive into the spellbinding history of Egyptian mummies. Part 1. What is a mummy? A mummy is a body that has been preserved after death, either naturally or artificially, to prevent decomposition. The ancient Egyptians perfected the art of mummification over thousands of years, believing it was essential for eternal life. Their process of preserving the body reflected their belief in the Ka spiritual essence and the soul needing a physical body to reunite in the afterlife. Without a preserved body, the spirit was thought to be lost forever. Part 2. Early mummification. Nature's role. The earliest Egyptian mummies were created naturally, long before artificial mummification techniques were developed. Around 3500 BC, bodies buried in the hot, dry sand of the desert were naturally dehydrated, halting decomposition. These naturally preserved corpses inspired the Egyptians to develop deliberate methods of mummification, ensuring better control over the process and its symbolic significance. Part 3. The evolution of mummification. The process of mummification became increasingly sophisticated during the Old Kingdom c. 2600 BCE. Over time, the technique evolved into a complex ritual involving multiple steps. Purification. The body was washed in the Nile and purified with oils. Organ removal. Internal organs, except for the heart, were removed. The stomach, intestines, lungs, and liver were placed in canopic jars. Drying. The body was packed with natron, a natural salt, to dehydrate it. Wrapping. After 40 days, the body was wrapped in layers of linen, with amulets placed between the layers for protection. Final preparations. The wrapped body was placed in a coffin or sarcophagus and adorned with masks and symbols of protection. Part 4. The purpose of mummification. Mummification was not just a practical process, it was deeply spiritual. The ancient Egyptians believed in an elaborate afterlife where the deceased would be judged by Osiris, the god of the underworld. The body had to remain intact for the soul to recognize it, and for the deceased to enjoy a fulfilled existence in the afterlife. Mummification ensured the body was preserved, while tomb inscriptions, spells from the Book of the Dead, and offerings ensured a safe journey to eternity. Part 5. Famous mummies of ancient Egypt. Egypt is home to some of history's most famous mummies. King Tutankhamun, discovered by Howard Carter in 1922. The tomb of Tutankhamun provided an unparalleled glimpse into the burial practices of ancient Egypt. His mummy revealed insights into his life, death, and lineage. Ramses II, one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. Ramses I's mummy showcases the grandeur of royal burials. It is now displayed in Cairo's National Museum of Egyptian Civilization. Seti I, known for its exquisite preservation. The mummy of Seti I reveals the skill of ancient embalmers. Animals. Egyptians also mummified animals, including cats, ibises, and crocodiles, which were often offered to gods or buried alongside their owners. Part 6. Tomb robbing and the decline of mummification. By the New Kingdom 1550-1070 BC, tomb robbing became a serious issue. Many royal tombs were plundered, and mummies were desecrated. During later periods, economic challenges and political instability led to a decline in the quality of mummification. By the Greco-Roman period, the elaborate techniques of the past were often replaced by simpler practices. Part 7. Mummies in modern times. The fascination with mummies didn't end with ancient Egypt. During the 19th century, European explorers and archaeologists unearthed thousands of mummies, often with little regard for their cultural significance. Mummy powder. In medieval Europe, ground-up mummy remains were used in medicine, believed to have healing properties. Mummy unwrapping parties. In the Victorian era, mummies became spectacles, with aristocrats hosting unwrapping events for entertainment. These practices damaged countless artifacts, but they also spurred interest in Egyptology, leading to more scientific approaches to their study. Part 8. Scientific insights from mummies. Modern technology has revolutionized our understanding of mummies. CT scans, DNA analysis, and chemical testing reveal details about their diet, health, diseases, and even familial relationships. The discovery of atherosclerosis in mummies disproved the belief that heart disease is a modern ailment. DNA studies have traced the lineage of pharaohs and uncovered hidden genetic connections. Scans of King Tut's mummy revealed evidence of malaria and a congenital foot deformity. Part 9: Ethical Concerns and Cultural Repatriation. Today, the display and study of mummies raise ethical questions. Many people believe these ancient remains should be treated with respect and returned to their native lands for reburial. Egypt has led efforts to repatriate artifacts and mummies, ensuring they are preserved and honored within their cultural context. Museums and archaeologists now prioritize ethical practices, balancing research with respect for human dignity. Part 10: The Legacy of Egyptian Mummies. Mummies are more than relics of the past, they are storytellers, bridging us to a civilization that shaped human history. They reveal the ingenuity, spirituality, and humanity of the ancient Egyptians, inspiring wonder and respect across generations. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the captivating world of Egyptian mummies. Their history is as intricate as the linen wrappings that preserve them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into ancient wonders. Stay tuned for our next adventure.